So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to.
Let's put that team on the bus.
On first down, Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they get him down, but not yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right. And the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
And a first down.
Ben, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get
past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well. Scout a point scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20.
Cole Beasley, his 4th touchdown on the year. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long. And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Returnable for Lockett. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
That one was intended for John Brown. 3rd down here.
From From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And that is incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Throwing on first down is Allen. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Darrell Taylor in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And down to the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off, and coaches go, 2 hands, 2 hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
The quick slant caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Devin Singletary with a lucky number 13. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Singletary to get the drive started. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 2, Allen, short throw to Smith. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Allen's throw is complete, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball. And
he's got it at the 15. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big pickup of 38.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Bills draw a bit closer. These 2 teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they?
So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over.
Right there, 54 Mike.
In your face.
They're just running here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 9 at the 6-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
He was covered by Jamal Adams.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Allen now on 1st down. Going deep for Diggs. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL here on this first day of November. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Ravens out in front as that game moves towards halftime. The Ravens trying to hold on and claim victory. Next, we head off to check out another game. And right now they have the lead over the visiting New York Giants. Steven Sims, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. DJ Chark, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. In our game has been Russell Wilson, who was dynamic, as usual, in that first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. goes Allen on first down. Airing it out deep for Smith. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
It's now second and 10.
To throw again, Allen. Looking again for Diggs, and this time he's got him. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down the defense.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. Singletary loses it, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. Now Allen throwing on first down. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Unbelievable.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
He's going deep for Brown. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with his 2nd and 10. Staying on his feet, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. K.J. Wright coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
On 3rd and 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some time. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
They ain't on our side.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
His throw caught at about the 5. And the Bills are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4. Yard line.
4 yards. That's another Bills. First down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They run here with Singletary. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary taking it in. And the Bills. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception.
Alert, alert, alert.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. A throw over the middle, taken in. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A very solid gain of 27. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 3-yard. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check, Mike.
From the gun, it's Allen. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Darrell Taylor in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Throwing now is Allen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. K.J. Wright able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On 1st and 10, Allen. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
The pass to Brown as he hauls it in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Allen will try again on second down. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Bills on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
I love the drive they're working on.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So this offense will head back out there already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Cole Beasley with his second touchdown of the game and 5th. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And shutting him off, now open field. 25 yards to pick up there and also a first down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
50 the mic, 50 the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From midfield, here's Allen. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
Hey, no, look, we got Mike 50. Mike 50, huh?
Let's go one more.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Tackled by Darrell Taylor. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Check it out, Reed.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Buffalo,
let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I did be ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, her she was magic, she mixed. Made her at one of
Don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I? People acting